Today sucked, I'm not feeling great. People all laughed and they called me names. Why's it so tough and the world so lame? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? This morning blue, I stayed up till 2. People stare at me like I'm trapped in a zoo. Why's it so tough and the world so lame? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Some cash and a ride down to the arcade. Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade?
Have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and off we go from Cleveland. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Nick Chubb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense for the Niners, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb.
And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Following the interception, Love. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
And I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Set him back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Love from the gun. Coleman has it here right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 43.
Right there.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's taken down inside the 30. So back-to-back big runs picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They just do get the play off. Love going to throw it.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. Touchdown! Anthony Schwartz with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Right, and finding the tight end Hooper. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
So, partner, that play broke huge. And when you can get a guy into the open field after the catch, he does actually turn into a running back. But in this case,
that's not his role.
No, not ultimately, because he didn't do what? He didn't secure the football. And if he had done that, that play would have been spectacular. Instead, he turns it over.
Yeah, a big play, all for naught. They got the fumble recovery. Now here's Love to pass. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
21-0, our score after 1. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. To throw is right on 3rd and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Flush to his right. That's caught by Galladay. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Michael Gallup, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Browns get a score closer.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, He needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And way down into the red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
This goes out wide for Mixon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Love now to pass on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Going back to Love.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Love. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Niners are able to add on to their first half lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get this.
Looking to throw. Right. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Check flag 33. Check flag 33. 19 tight. 19 tight. Check 33. 33. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
Right on 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Right. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
My game. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth. Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
They're running it. 29 is Mike. Mike 29. Hey, tight down, tight down. There you go. Check 50, check 50. Check 52.
Love looking to throw it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On 1st and 10, Love. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Second and 10. Love. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Begin.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Check.
And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
You going to see me in your nightmares, son. You going to see me in your nightmares.
Here's Pollard again. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Jordan Love ready on first down here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
54. Mike 54. I got you, pump. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Working out of the gun. Love. And that will be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Right. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Hunt. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Watch the screen. Pass. Mike check.
Now right from the gun on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 11 now. Love to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. This one complete to Coleman.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horn, in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of...
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the 49ers extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6. A give. This is Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Able to get there and pick it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. 59 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now Joe Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for San Francisco,
they improved to 14-2 with still one game left to be played in this regular season.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Cleveland.
Do I look too much? Why is it so tough and the world so lame? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? This evening blue had nothing to do but lay around with my thoughts of you. Why is it so tough and the world so lame? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Some cash and a ride down to the arcade. Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? Can I have some cash and a ride down to the arcade? To the arcade. To the arcade.